I can't go all the way up.
Okay, it's bum. In honor of Lou, it's bum. Welcome to Mornings with Lou-Ann and Tim and Riley. In honor. It's hard being
How
bum
does Mama do that?
She's good. She's flexible, Mama. Lou-Ann calls it Bum Slide Thursday because after you get over Hump Day Wednesday, it's just like she says, arms up, legs up, and just bum slide into Friday. So, hi Lou-Ann, we hope you're enjoying yourself with your family.
Miss you.
Getting ready for your daughter's wedding, all the shopping and stuff going on. I know, yeah.
That's fun.
Totally great, yeah. Coke on you.
What do we do? I don't.
You never learned Coke on you?
Not my
New
Coke.
generation. So when you say
I learned Jinx, you owe me a soda.
okay, so we were brand loyal. When we grew up, you would say, if you said something at the same time, you'd say Coke on you, and you would lock pinkies, and then you would pull, and the first one to break the pull, like if I, like that, then, yeah, ow, so you owe me a Coca-Cola.
Okay, well, we were a little less violent, and it was just Jinx, you owe me a soda.
That's it, because you were the first one to say it?
Yeah.
No, you had to go Coke on you, and you had to lock
Well, I like
and load.
Pepsi better. So what do you think of that?
Pepsi on you.
Fine.
I
You
like-
still owe me $14.
I like Pepsi better, too.
It's way better.
It's less sweet and less syrupy and more fizzy.
And I want the fizz to hurt my throat.
Oh.
Like I want the fizz to hurt me.
Well, and eventually the soda will hurt you.
I know.
It'll wreck your teeth and your stomach, and
But it's so good going down.
it is so. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's snow on the ground,
There was a fair amount.
and I'm not happy about it.
Oh, come on, you gotta admit it. Sure looked pretty this
You
morning.
sound like Garrett.
What?
That's all he said
Did
this
Garrett
morning.
say it was pretty too? Well, you get to the point of the season where the leaves are all gone, the color's
And it's
all
dark,
gone, and it's
yeah.
just gray and it's raining. I would rather see a light dusting of white snow. Windshield wiper off the car. Who cares?
Yeah, I guess, but I'm a little worried about my dog this winter because it's our first winter with Doug.
Dogs, they're dogs. They're supposed to live outside.
I know, but his little belly is so close to the ground. What if he gets so cold?
Buy him a corset.
He has a raincoat. It's yellow and it's really cute.
I don't know if you know that Doug the dog is a basset hound. So of course it's with a mix like shepherd.
Basset hound collie, lab
Basset
maybe.
hound collie. I don't know
Yeah.
how that happened. There was a footstool involved somewhere. But
He's
anyway,
really different looking. People stare at him all the time.
Well, I know how that feels.
Anyway.
Because my belly also hangs down to the
To
ground.
the ground.
We had a basset hound growing up. You've heard the story,
Yes.
Barney.
Yes, and he had to clip his ears up while he ate.
We put his ears used to get the bottom of his ears would get in his food because we always had soft food. So we'd put clothespins, but not hard ones like easy clothespins up in it, and he'd have like his ears above his head.
Their ears are so cute.
He was pretty famous in Sault Ste. Marie. If anybody remembers back in the day when John Rhodes, the John Rhodes Arena. Well, John Rhodes, before he was an arena, he was a politician. Before he was a politician, he was a broadcaster.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No.
John Rhodes was a broadcaster, and he had a radio. He was a radio morning show guy. John Rhodes.
Okay.
And so Barney always escaped. Barney liked to go out and have
Philander?
and breed. Yeah.
Great. It's
And,
probably Doug's
I don't know why.
great-grandpa.
I don't know if my parents ever had him neutered. I don't think they did. That's bad, eh?
That is irresponsible pet ownership.
No, bad, Terry and Dorothy. Anyway, Barney would escape. He would actually jump over the railing of our front porch and hang from his rope and then wiggle until his collar
if he
came
hung
off.
himself?
And then he never did. He always escaped.
Oh my God.
And then he'd go out and he'd breed. And because he was low and also, pardon the expression, well hung,
Okay.
John Rhodes would get on the radio and say, everybody, Barney's on the loose, lock up your dogs.
Oh,
and if it was
God.
wintertime, he'd say, and if you see 5 tracks in the snow, you know that Barney's been in your neighborhood.
Okay.
That was John Rhodes. He said it on the radio in the 1960s, so I can't get in trouble saying it for live streaming on the web in 2018.
Fair enough. Good for Barney. Sounds like he had a good life.
Yeah, I bet Doug's going to have a good life. You rescued him.
We did rescue him.
That's nice. He was a shelter dog.
He was, and he was so sad and mangy.
He's not sad anymore.
No, he's so happy. Well, he kind of looks sad because of the basset hound.
Basset hounds
He's
always
like-
look sad.
But no, he loves Robert Eye, and he loves his life, and he loves his toys and his food and his bed. He's
He just
so
doesn't like other
cute.
dogs so much.
He hates other dogs. Keep your dogs away from my dog.
But tell them the story about what you found out yesterday about.
So our dog on the weekend got bit by another dog probably because he deserved it because he instigates. He's an instigator, okay? But he got hurt. He got bit. He was bleeding all over. It was not a good scene. So we brought him to the vet yesterday.
Vets are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Love vets.
I know. She's so and Doug's gained 5 pounds since we got him.
Oh, well, no wonder his stomach's dragging on the ground.
He likes his treats, okay? Anyway, so She said that sometimes when dogs are rescues, they're insecure.
I can imagine.
And they're aggressive because they're insecure and they just want to be loved.
Dude, when Laura comes in or Cindy comes in from the Humane Society, they often say that dogs, you know, if they haven't had stability in their lives, if they've been bumped around from home to home or spend too much time in shelters, and it's of course they're insecure.
Yeah. So apparently there's people that specialize in helping rescue dogs become less aggressive.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna look into that just because.
Like psychotherapy.
Yeah, because you know he's fine. He's so good with people. Like he's great with Rob's daughter.
He is.
And then
he's good with kids.
Yeah, and then it's like the second he sees other dogs, it's like
he's insecure.
Yeah, but he loves my parents' dog. Loves my parents. Like.
So it takes time.
Yeah, is obsessed with. I would say.
Really.
Follows him everywhere. Lays like with him on him. It's really cute.
Keith's dog. Well, I call her Keith's dog because Keith brought her home. The husky Anika. He brought her home from Perry Sound. I didn't know.
Now it's here.
He arrived and there was a dog. And so anyway, she's our dog, but she really is Keith's dog. And she misses him so much when he goes away. And one of the ways that she expresses her angst is by going to the bathroom in my bed and using my bathroom as her bathroom.
Sounds a little bit personal.
Almost on a daily basis. It's been since he left.
How old is she?
Well, like 10.
Like too old.
She doesn't do it when he's home. This is her acting out.
She's making a statement.
You know? Yes, she's making a statement, yes. So guess what I did this morning?
What did you do?
I cleaned up pee and poo in my bathroom like I do every day when I come home from work and when I come home from rehearsal. So
not bitter though.
He says I can put her outside, but I can't.
Why?
I couldn't leave her outside when I'm not home. It was been raining a lot.
Yeah.
But we do have a place.
Stink.
We do have a place I could put her outside that's enclosed, and I think I'll just move her bed there. I don't know. I'm gonna give her more chances.
See, Doug looks outside when it's raining, and he just turns around and walks back in. He's like, no.
Do you think the audience is getting bored about hearing about our dogs?
Yeah. So I have something more interesting to talk about.
Go.
Even though you guys should all care about my dogs. Dogs. I have one. So remember yesterday we talked about Tony
Clement.
Yes. Would you like to hear an update?
Sexting.
Yes.
He was sexting, and he resigned from the caucus, but not his seat. What happened?
No, he resigned from his position
as minister. No.
Yes.
But
now you're making me second guess. But not from the caucus.
Oh.
But there's an update. Now he's been forced out of the party entirely because new info suggests this is not an isolated incident and that he preys on young women on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, social media.
I was wondering about, listen to me getting all worked up. I read in a thing that he's really, really into social media, Twittering, Instagram, all those accounts. And I thought, for a gentleman his age,
he's using it like a dirty old man.
I wondered about that because there's a lot of politicians that that maybe will choose one platform, Twitter or something, but the Instagram thing
or someone else manages it for them and they don't necessarily.
There he was, and he's done it before.
Yeah, so Andrew Scheer was pretty transparent about all of that, and he said, MPs have a code of conduct they're expected to follow.
Wow.
There's not an internal investigation happening right now, but it's not ruled out. Like it's kind of up in the air still. So not an isolated incident. Has happened before, and on social media too, where there's evidence. Like that's you blatantly.
He's federal.
Yes. Now let's.
Meanwhile, let's go provincial. What's going on with Doug Ford's guy?
Jim Wilson. It is official. There are serious sexual misconduct assault. I think allegations.
Oh, that's against a male staffer.
I haven't seen confirmed reports.
That's the guy who went to rehab.
Yes, and Ford...
It said it was a male staffer that complained originally.
So Ford said the reason he didn't come to the media initially is because for the protection of the identity of the victim, which is actually a fair statement.
It is, and okay.
And, and so he has been pushed out of his position, and he is seeking rehab, apparently.
Apparently he has major issues with everything.
There's some turmoil in these parties right now.
There was another shooting in California.
I know, 13
dead, including the shooter.
At a
Borderline Bar and Grill, Thousand Oaks, California, 11:20 p.m. College Country Night, 13 dead, including the gunman, and also included in the dead, a first responder, Sergeant Ron Hillis, shot and killed.
The gun issue in the States right now is...
Let's see what happens now that the Democrats have the House. Of course, it's not going to change once it goes to the Senate. They're not going to let anything happen. You know what I mean? They're not going to be able to pass legislation.
But where do you draw the line? Oh, we have to go.
We do. We got
to... Why did we end on a sad note? We should have started with this and ended with dogs.
A happy note is, I'm wearing a cardigan. See what happens? You turn 56, and 2 days later, you're suddenly wearing an old man sweater. Cardigan is named after the 7th Earl of Cardigan. There's some happy news.
Great.
And ooh, this is a really good one. I got to share this. I know we have to go, but before we go, can you believe this happened? We were talking about things that happened like in Canada. You were talking about the Trudeau saying that we turned away 900 Jewish refugees on a ship escaping the Holocaust.
Yes.
And we turned them back.
Yep.
You know what else happened? In our, like 1946, in my mother's lifetime, on November the 8th, today in history, Black Canadian businesswoman Viola Desmond arrested and fined $20 for sitting in a whites-only section of a movie theater in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. The African Canadians were only allowed to sit in the balcony.
Wow.
The $20 fine would be the equivalent of $260 today.
Wow.
Fined for sitting in a whites-only section in 1946 in Canada. You
That's
see?
less than 100 years ago.
I know. And then we go back to 1603 and we're talking about, this was when I'll tell this one too while I'm here. Who cares? Henry the
Apparently not you.
Henry IV, King of France, commissioned Pierre de Gois to colonize Acadia. As Lieutenant Governor of New France, gets a 10-year monopoly on fur trade in the New World, on the condition that he settled 60 colonists and evangelized the Aboriginal people.
Community.
And hence it began in 1603.
Yep. Now it's sad again, Tim, but good try.
Okay, so
we have to go.
On the upside, we're all going to save money, and this we got big, huge, exciting projects in Sault Ste. Marie because of the PUC,
Awesome.
and we have an interview with the new CEO and of the PUC. Well, he's new since January. My friend.
Is he? Rob? He's
Rob.
new? I didn't know that.
Started
Okay,
in
sorry.
January.
What do I know?
And anyway, and then also Steve Mallinger finally remembered that he has an interview today, and he came back 2 days late. But that's okay, better late than never, to talk about the Sault Symphony. And then Amore, for your pleasure. We're going to talk about a new store that's opened in the West End.
Perfect.
East End. They
East
already
End,
have it in
had
the
a
West End. So 2 locations for your pleasure coming up with news from Riley. All of this and more on Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim and Riley.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Mornings with Lou Ann and Tim, and welcome back to Rob Brewer. Rob is the CEO and president of PUC Services. You were here on Friday, and well, you weren't really here on Friday. We taped an interview with you that we aired on Friday, and now we're airing this on Monday's show because there's more news from the PUC.
There is, yeah.
Thanks for sticking around for the second half of the interview. You're going to be my neighbor here across the street in Industrial Park Crescent.
We are.
What's going on?
So we've actually partnered with a company called Fluence, which is a Siemens and AES company.
Fluence is
Fluence,
and then Siemens and AES. These are all okay.
Yeah, so I think everybody's probably heard Siemens before.
Yeah.
AES is a similar type size company that both of them specialize in electronics and electrical work.
Okay.
And they set up Fluence, which is their battery storage joint venture.
Battery storage.
Yeah. So we
not like batteries, like the little batteries I use for like C batteries and 9-volt batteries.
No, a little bit different than that.
Okay.
This is more. It's actually analogous to a very large scale cell phone battery. So what you'd have in
when
your
you
cell phone.
originally talked about battery storage, I actually thought you guys were building a plant where we could just bring our old batteries and drop them off. That's what I thought. I didn't realize that you're creating huge lithium batteries.
So think of it more as it's an energy storage facility.
An energy storage facility. It's going to be right here across the street.
Yeah, we're or the first phase is actually right across the street, and it's a 45 megawatt, 165 megawatt hour storage facility, which will be the largest of its kind in Canada.
What?
Yeah.
In Canada, we're going to have the largest battery storage facility.
We will.
That's pretty impressive, Rob Brewer.
It is pretty impressive.
Oh, wait, look, that's the, right now on screen, they're showing the rendering. That's the building you're going to put up?
That is the building, yeah. So Northern Ontario climate requires, hopefully, that you can have a chance to work indoors. So we've decided to actually enclose it.
Okay. Because you were there's a video that I saw that Mike showed. I think it's going to play the video too. There's a place in San Diego that has a similar, the same concept, but theirs is all outdoor because it's San Diego and they don't have winters.
They don't have the snow.
They've got some things loaded. Oh, look! So those are all the. So they're like big trailers, and each trailer is like a battery storage thing?
That's right.
Kind of, sort of?
Yeah.
And it all goes inside that one building that we saw in the rendering?
That's correct. Yeah.
So tell me about how much power these things can store.
So what these do actually is they take off-peak energy, so energy that when there's very low demand in the province in the middle of the night, they store that energy and they discharge it, so they put it back into the system at peak times of the day.
Okay, so because energy is cheaper at the non-peak times,
Correct.
which is why they say do your laundry and stuff and your washing and after 7 o'clock at night, because those are low peak times.
That's correct.
And it's more affordable energy. So while we're all asleep, you guys are taking that inexpensive energy and you're going to store it inside these great big batteries. Is that the concept?
That's the idea.
Okay.
And so once a day we would basically store the energy through the middle of the night.
Okay.
And then the following day at peak times of the day, and we have this really intelligent software that allows us to predict when those peaks are going to be. And it basically discharges back into the system to replace some of the peak generation requirements.
So when the energy is most expensive, you've got some stored to use up. Does that end up making all of the energy at that time less expensive?
It does actually. It saves customers in Sault Ste. Marie, our larger customers who are called Class A customers or industrial customers, saves them up to 20% on their energy bill.
20% of an industrial energy bill.
Yeah, which is
that could be pretty substantial.
Yeah, actually, over the life of the project, it'll keep about $100 million here in Sault Ste. Marie.
$100 million that would have been spent on energy can be spent elsewhere in the
hiring people and building new buildings and attracting new businesses to town.
So it's trickle down.
Yeah.
Because when the industries have lower overhead, then they have their prices aren't as high for their products, or they can employ more people or expand.
Yeah.
Right?
So
That's the
they're
whole
more competitive, which hopefully means that they'll be more successful. And
You
they
were
can
talking about competitive. You said Sault Ste. Marie. What's this going to do for Sault Ste. Marie as far as being competitive in industry?
So what this will do is it'll make Sault Ste. Marie the most competitive business environment for electrical costs in all of Ontario. So it'll be the people who are concerned about the cost of power as businesses will want to relocate here in Sault Ste. Marie.
Whoa.
Which is fantastic for the town.
It is.
Yeah.
When's all this happening?
So we hope to break ground early in the new year. We hope to have some of it operational by about June, and then we expect full completion before the end of the year.
That's fast.
It is.
And that's going to create some jobs for the construction part of it, right?
Construction jobs. There'll also be some management jobs, or I say management, managing the system, so it'll be operators who will be employed to operate the system afterwards. So it creates some ongoing employment, but certainly a large construction contingent to get it built.
And how is this all funded?
It's funded through some partners that we have. We mentioned Fluence.
Right.
We mentioned there's some other private equity partners that will come on board that we've got a lot of interest.
This is you must have capital funds. I mean, that's
and PUC's playing a part. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, as far as your average consumer goes, we're not going to see a reflection on our bills for this system, are we necessarily?
No, so SEMA which is our energy storage facility. It's really using the system to benefit the way industrial and commercial customers pay bills.
Okay.
So they pay based on a different type of wholesale market than we do. We use time of use pricing for residential customers. But residential customers will benefit significantly both from AFT, which we talked about on the Friday episode,
right,
but also from Smart Grid. So Smart Grid is PUC's other significant project, which is
what's that?
It basically is putting an intelligent grid system across the entire city. Again, it's the only community-wide project that will exist in Canada when we've put it together.
Again, here in Sault Ste. Marie?
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
It is fantastic, yeah.
Tell me more.
So this grid actually allows us to, it's known as a self-healing grid. So it allows the system to use artificial intelligence via algorithms to allow us to minimize outage environments. And as a result...
That was a very busy sentence. You said a lot of words in there.
Sorry, I tend to do that. It's part of the utility
algorithms and outer environment. Mm-hmm.
But what it allows us to do is, in effect, to isolate where outages are to a minimum number of customers. So that
you mean power outages?
Yeah. So instead of having a power outage affect 100 or 200 or 1,000 people, it may impact 4 or 5.
Because of algorithms?
Because we have intelligent switches that will self-heal areas that aren't affected. And so it allows the system itself to heal instantly. Yeah, which is fantastic. But the second part of smart grid, which actually is what benefits residential customers from a cost perspective, is that it allows us to optimize the voltage that people receive at their home.
Oh.
And so the power you consume is directly a factor of the voltage that you receive. So we can narrow the band to a lower end of the band that people receive for voltage, and they'll receive about a 4% savings as a result of us.
Because if you
supplying
don't need to have that much voltage coming into your house, then why pay for it?
Right.
What you're saying?
What we're saying is that within your house, your appliances, your fixtures, they all run on a band of voltage, so it needs to be within a certain band. If we can narrow it down to the lower end of the band by having optimization technology, then it allows us to help you lower your energy bill just by us controlling the voltage you receive. And what a fantastic, it doesn't impact customers in terms of, in fact, most of your appliances will run more efficiently at those lower voltages, and it allows some significant savings.
This is all modern technology. This is all just, it's quite amazing, isn't it?
Well, Tim, it's what we're trying to do at PUC to try to help our customers manage what can only be described as heavy electrical bills, and we're doing everything we can.
Wow. And then let's not forget, I think it's just worth mentioning again about the AFT program, and that is that people can benefit from free things as light bulbs, power bars, to the middle range where you can actually get help with appliances.
Yeah.
And then on the upper range, having your house, if you have electric heat, that you can get help with
with insulation or heat pumps or all that sort of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. And again, we're encouraging everybody in Sault Ste. Marie to apply for it. It's the majority of people will qualify.
Yeah.
It's not the traditional where it's
like someone
only
like
low
middle income like me, or I will qualify for this.
Well, Tim, I think we can all describe ourselves as people who have difficulty sometimes paying electrical bills.
Yeah.
And really, that's
I'm middle income, but I still live paycheck to paycheck.
Well, and
that's
I think
the bottom line. I think, really.
And I think at the end of the day, a little bit of help with those sort of things will go a long way.
We can all use some help, Rob. Yeah. Thanks for providing it. Thanks for coming on the show. Listen, it's really been a pleasure meeting you. I hope you'll come back again. Jordan Zinn came along. Hi, Jordan. But I know, Jordan, this has been way more fun having you. I'm just kidding, Jordan. No, Jordan's a delight to have on the show as well. And once again, a shout out to all those PUC workers who keep us warm and comfortable in our houses while they're out there braving the elements and freezing rain and wind and snow to make sure that everything runs like it's supposed to. We appreciate all of the efforts on behalf of the PUC, everybody who works at the PUC. So
thanks for taking that.
As you say, it's a real community thing, isn't it, the PUC?
It is. It's our utility.
Glad to have you as part of the community too, Rob.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you next time, and stay where you are. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim now. I'm already coughing. Steven's sitting a little, this is Steven Mallinger. He's sitting a little further away because he's got a cold and I don't want to catch it, but I'm already coughing.
I'm contagious.
Steven was watching the little footage of Sioux, Michigan saying, ooh, he almost T-boned him. As our intro to the show, we show a car crash. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Tim.
Thanks for coming today. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, I forgot on Tuesday.
That's okay.
I'm very
Listen,
sorry.
It happens. I've double booked the show, so better to have you here than not at all. So,
good.
Sick and all.
Yeah.
Now, you're here today actually for a combination of reasons. You were on last week talking about the fundraising for the organ at St. Luke's Cathedral because, let's tell a little bit of the background in case you didn't see that show. What happened?
Well, okay, so we're getting a new organ at St. Luke's, a big major organ.
Because the huge one, I call it huge, it's a big substantial organ. The main organ,
yeah, it was a big
died.
organ. It failed
After
50 years, so we're replacing it with the pipe organ that's being
beautiful,
fantastic instrument.
Custom made
for us in Germany, Hamburg, Germany, by the organ builder Rudolf von Beckerath.
I like that. We're going that name again.
Name.
And it's all being shipped over on actual ships.
On a big ship, yeah.
And then send two guys over from Germany to assemble it.
That's right. Yeah.
I remember it. I paid attention.
You've done well. You've got a great memory.
So, but it's expensive.
It's $257,700.
That's expensive.
Of which we've raised over $230,000.
That's incredible.
So that's thrilling. Yeah, I'm really pumped.
No, and that's a combination of some fundraisers and some selling ice cream and some baking and stuff, and then also concerts, great donation concerts.
Ice cream. Who?
Ice cream.
Great ice cream. Homemade ice cream.
So now you're going. Now there's still another organ in the church, though.
There is.
A smaller one.
There's a smaller one built by the same company.
Same company.
In 2012.
So it's relatively newer to the church.
Well, it's still brand new, basically.
It's the one up in the loft.
That's right. Yeah.
And so the Sault Symphony is going to be doing a concert at St. Luke's.
They are on Saturday night.
And you're going to be featured.
I'm the soloist. Yeah, playing a Handel organ concerto.
A Handel.
Handel. Yep, Georg Friedrich Handel.
What's the scoop on Handel?
Well, Handel was born in Germany, I think, and he spent some time in Hamburg, where our organ builders are from.
So you see, there's
nice connection.
tie-in.
Yeah. Then he moved to London and became a British subject, and he wrote music for the coronation. He wrote The Messiah, which is probably his most famous piece.
Handel's Messiah. Who performs it at Christmas? Is that an annual thing here in the
Yeah,
Sioux?
they're doing it again at Christmas time, mid-December. I don't have a date, but mid-December.
Is that also at St. Luke's?
No, that'll be at Precious Blood with the symphony and Patty Garchore's chamber choir.
Oh, beautiful!
Yeah.
Oh, that's when you know it's Christmas.
It's a no miss Christmas concert.
Right on. But let's go back to St. Luke's coming up. When is this concert, Stephen?
So this is Saturday night at 8 p.m.
So in like 2 days.
2 days, yeah.
And what's the admission price?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's a symphony thing.
It's a symphony program.
So all you have to do is go to probably Sault Symphony, or just Google Sault Symphony Association, and you will find out all that. Or
there'll be tickets at the door, though. Absolutely.
Tickets at the door available.
Yeah.
And the sound in that church. Who else is playing with you? Is it just you doing the organ, or is there other musicians?
There's a small string orchestra with that particular piece. Yeah.
Is your wife Anya Mellinger the first string?
She is. Yeah. Anya's playing the violin.
First chair.
Yeah. She's a tremendous player.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tremendous player because her musical background. I mean, she grew up in a family of musicians.
She did. Yeah. Very strong musical pedigree.
And you teach. Where do you teach?
Well, I teach at Algoma Conservatory of Music.
And Agnes as well. Agnes. Agnes McCarthy. No.
Good friend of mine,
She's coming on the show on Monday. Great friend also. No, Anya.
Anya also teaches violin at the conservatory.
At the conservatory as well.
Yep.
You're down in that new building?
We're down in the old St. Mary's paper head office, and it's a fabulous building, a great big stone building with 17-foot ceilings.
Oh, what's the sound like in there?
Fantastic. Amazing, and the view of the river, it's an incredible view.
If you could have seen where they used to have to teach in a portable with no bathrooms and cold and so segregated from main buildings and stuff, you had to go inside to go to the bathroom or get a coffee or something, right?
It's a major upgrade.
And now you're in this beautiful
permanent,
building.
Fantastic space.
So the symphony, this is, they have a concert coming up on Saturday, and then another one coming up later for Christmas.
Mid-December. I don't know the date on that, but it's a really beautiful concert.
So you and Anya, is there anybody else performing at this concert on Saturday for the symphony?
Well, not with the symphony. But
is the whole symphony going to be there?
Oh yeah. They're doing.
Are they all set up on the stage, on the altar?
Well, they're doing them. I'm the soloist, right? So and they're just bringing a small string group upstairs, but the main concert's down on the front.
So there's both.
Yeah.
So they're going to be down front, and then there's going to be a performance by you and the organ up top.
Yeah, it's real.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Where does Anya going to be, down or up?
Well, for my piece, she'll be upstairs with me.
Playing with you.
Yeah.
So that's that. What time does it start?
Starts at 8 p.m.
Okay, this is beautiful. Is it all? Who else besides Handel are you featuring?
Well, the symphony's doing Carmen, from the opera Carmen.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, keep going.
No, okay.
No, it's good.
Thank you. And you don't have any vocalists though for
this. No, it's orchestral.
All instrumental, orchestral suite.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're looking for something to do, don't tell me there's nothing to do in Sault Ste. Marie. Go and hear. Our symphony orchestra is amazing, gorgeous. These are all volunteers who love music, who bring culture to our city. I always talk about the importance of a symphony orchestra in a community. If you're looking, we're looking here to have people come to Sault Ste. Marie and move to Sault Ste. Marie and live in Sault Ste. Marie. And one of the things that people look for when they're relocating is a symphony orchestra, is culture. It's true. When they did the doctor recruitment, one of the things the doctors wanted to know was, is there a symphony orchestra? Thanks for being part of the symphony orchestra. I'm going to go wash this hand now because you're sick. So you can check out Stephen Mallinger and the entire symphony orchestra and his beautiful, he's an amazing organist. He is the organist and musical director, choir master at St. Luke's, so he's right at home there. And of course the symphony orchestra under the baton of Dr. John Wilkinson. And we'll be back with more after this on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks, Steve. Cheers, Joe. Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim, and this is my friend Galen Coleman. Good morning, Galen.
Good morning, Tim.
I'm so glad you came on the show.
So excited to be here.
Okay, so I have to explain. This is not current. It says Amore for your pleasure, which is Galen's store. This says new location, Cora Road. Well, that was when they first opened. How many years ago was that?
Well, Cora Road was 2, but the
2 years ago?
Yeah, but the entire business is 7 years already.
Oh, right, because you started off down at the dime.
Yes. Yes, we did. That's where we got our beginnings.
Yes,
we
and
took over a business, the pre-existing business.
Business. What was it? It didn't have a different. We won't even talk about the name.
No.
So you rebranded it as Amore for your pleasure.
Yes.
Opened in that location.
Yes.
And then you thought,
I think this city needs a little more sexy. So now we have 2 locations, not moved, not closed Cora. 2, and now we're open in the East End as well.
So, and the Cora Road one, everybody remembers it as the Bank of Montreal.
Yes.
It's on the corner of Douglas and Cora Road.
Yep.
Parking in the rear.
Yes.
Very convenient.
Very.
There's rooms there for privacy.
Yes.
If you wanted to go and look at some things, you have
Yes.
look at some things that you can want to.
The rooms aren't quite that private. Watch
No.
it.
I don't mean that you can go in and like do stuff like you can in Sioux, Michigan, at the movie theaters.
So not doing that kind of mopping.
No. This is really classy.
Thank you.
Oh no, and truly it is. When you think, that's why it's not like there's nothing like sex in the title, because it's more about passion and love and romance.
Yes, it
Am I
is.
right?
Intimacy.
And healthy sexuality.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Do you know, I remember somebody asked Jane Fonda once about how she stayed looking so young. Was it all plastic surgery? And she said no. She said it's like 10% good genes, 30% healthy lifestyle, like 60% whatever working out, and then she said and 10% great sex life.
Ta-da!
Keeps her looking young.
Do I look like I'm 42?
No. That's why I look like I'm 70 and I'm only 56, because I need to come to the store more often.
Exactly.
I've been to your store. Now, let's talk about the variety of things that you carry, because people probably don't understand that you're not just like, fun little gifts and stuff. You actually have beautiful lingerie.
Yes,
Talk about that.
So, when I say we, I just want to skip back for 2 seconds.
Okay.
It was actually my mother that started everything.
Bets.
Good
Bets
old Bets.
Mackenzie.
Yay, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi,
and I think that right there should put a different spin for everybody. And I won't give my mom's age away, but if she started at the age she did and took over everything, that's exactly what she wanted to show people. This is what life is all about. Whether you're in a relationship or not, you need to take care of you. And if you can take care of yourself, then you are taking care of that relationship, your children, your friends, everything around you. So she started the business. She retired 5 years ago and I took over.
Fantastic.
And what we're trying to show people is exactly that. There is an entire softer side to Amore. Oh, don't get me wrong. We've got huge tickle trunks. I needed a moving truck if I was allowed to bring any of that stuff with me.
Well, you brought me a birthday sucker that, well, it's more than an all-day sucker. Can I just tell you that? It's like, okay.
You're going to be busy for a while.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Keith.
Anyway.
And we do. We have, of course, all the toys. We have the videos, the lingerie. Every body deserves to be sexy. Whether you're petite, whether you're voluptuous. We have all sizes to cover. And all different tastes. Mm-hmm. Again, it has no age. There should not be any age when it comes to feeling good about yourself and taking care of yourself. So again, we go from smalls all the way to a 4X, and we can get larger. Mm-hmm. So we've got
do special
that
orders.
We sure do. From the lingerie to anything. If it's something you've seen and we don't have it in the store and we can get it, we will happily order in for our customers. We'll even deliver to anywhere outside the city, because we're trying to show people buying online doesn't always get you what you want.
It's always nice to see a product up close and in person.
Yes.
Before, and I'm sure that you would probably guarantee satisfaction.
Yes.
Well. Now let's talk about some of the fun stuff. Oh, let's get to the parties. Okay. So obviously I've seen some, as well as the classy, beautiful, and really nice, the top of the line stuff. You also have some really fun, kitschy, gifty kind of stuff. For things like showers, wedding showers, bridal showers.
Stags. We are finally, we've got some fun stuff coming out for the guys for their stag parties, and we've got the flasks for the grooms, the socks, like all that kind of fun stuff.
You're also the largest provider, I would say, of LGBTQ merchandise in the city.
Yes.
You're very supportive of the trans and LGBT community, so
it's a safe place.
Very safe space.
Nobody, again, we can't judge, and we definitely don't.
You know, I've been to your in-house fashion shows, which you've featured several times, and they're always enjoyable. And I'll tell you, the variety of people you see in there, from women with their friends to husbands and wives, all watching, and the wives are saying, "I like that," or it's really a very it's almost, you would say, it's a family-friendly store, except that you don't want to bring. No, but it really is. It's taking there's no shame.
No.
And there shouldn't be.
Thank you. That's exactly it. There's nothing wrong. Again, going to this.
Okay, let's look at some of the stuff you brought in. So you do party planning.
Yes.
If you're having a stag and do, if you're having a bridal shower, you get a hold of Galen at Amore for Your Pleasure and her staff, and they will tell them.
We will come to you. We will bring what of the store we can, with having to keep the store still open while we're doing the party. From, like you said, bachelorette nights, couples, just a group of girls getting together. I'd love to do one for a group of guys. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we've got them with their wives coming in, so that's good.
Yeah.
And we just have fun, and it's educational yet a fun evening of explaining the products and going through the toys. And
educational is really important too, because I've heard you and your staff on those nights when you have the open houses and the fashion shows. I've heard you talking about the product lines, and you know everything there is to know. You really do your research when you bring something into the store.
I do, because again, of course I want to make a buck. It's business. But that's not what it's all about. If I don't feel confident selling you the product because it's not quite what you're looking for, okay, I'd rather see you walk out that door knowing that either A, I'm bringing it in for you, or I'm doing more research for you, because I know you're going to come back.
Right.
This isn't a used car lot. There's nothing used about the store, I promise.
Well, you have some vintage magazines.
Okay, that part I do, but they're still not used. But yes,
they're
we do.
vintage Playboys and stuff.
They're so beautiful. 1970s, early 80s. Yeah. There's some really fun ones in there. Yeah, for sure.
Let's talk about some of this stuff. Now we'll get to it, because I think we're probably getting close to the end. So.
Okay, so basically this is what we call the softer side of Amore. So we have the bath products. Shunga is I have two companies. Shunga is one of my all-time favorites. They're Canadian made.
Canadian made?
Yes.
Very
and I mean,
important.
the packaging is so beautiful. I mean, look how pretty.
Tell me what Shunga means in Japanese.
Shunga is the art of lovemaking is what it means in Japanese.
Nice. Okay. All right. So we've got this product line. What is this stuff? Bath. Love bath. Sensual Japanese bath experience turns bath water into a gel?
It sure does. It turns your entire bathtub into jelly. It is hilariously, wonderfully sensual and fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it is. And it's not sticky or gluey. It's like 1,000 little beads massaging all over your skin. It's wonderfully fun. And then the fun part is there's two packages. One turns it into the jelly.
Yeah.
And the second one is salt. So there's nothing harmful to it. There's no chemicals, anything like that. You sprinkle it on and it reverts it right back to bath water.
Come off it.
Yep. It's a really fun experiment. Next time, we'll play with that next time. Because I'm coming back.
I'm buying it. Okay. What else have we got? Shunga. Lots of Shunga stuff.
It is. This one, a lot of people know this product from what used to be called Fantasia parties. And this is the bath salts. You can open it.
Can I?
Yeah. I wish you could smell. I wish we had smell of
this fragrance, it says, it sounds nice. It's called
Ocean Breeze.
Ocean Breeze. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is
Use the...
I use this. I thought it was...
There we go.
It comes with a candle and a little seashell.
So the seashell is the little scoop. And then it turns your water that color of blue. It's magnificent.
It'd be like being in the Caribbean.
It is, but it doesn't turn you blue or the tub blue. Just so you know,
whatever sea is off of Japan.
So it's dead. There we go. It's all Dead Sea salts again. So safe you can use it with children. Like, it's amazing.
Whoa!
And they put it out in little minis. So there's
Smaller versions, testers. So you can try it and see if you like it.
Stuffers.
What's this chocolate strawberry person? She's licking something.
She is. So this is called a massage candle. So it's all the oils hydrogenated into candle form, if I said that word right.
Hydrogenated. Sounded good to me. I wouldn't judge
sounds good. And once you light it, it melts into a pool of oil. And that's all it is.
This is like dessert in a can.
Uh-huh.
I can eat that candle.
Pour it onto your skin. And
what are you talking about?
It never gets hot because there's no wax. It's straight oils.
Wait.
So you light
It's
it.
oils.
Yes.
You light this, it turns into a body oil, and you can pour it on your skin.
And you massage it in, and you have a nice warm massage. Isn't that wonderful?
That's so brilliant.
And then this is the regular massage oil as well.
Now, what is this? And you gave me this. This is not this, is it?
Yeah, that's the same company as this.
Okay, hemp
Earthly
seed
Body.
hand and body lotion. Hemp seed. See,
Yes,
hemp.
hemp.
This is also go.
No. So it's the hemp, of course, minus the THC
Right.
and minus the cannabis part. It's the nourishing part of the plant.
Nourishing part of the plant. This is one of the many healing qualities that cannabis, the plant cannabis has. This one is called, what did you give me? This is a gift for my birthday yesterday. Moroccan Nights. Okay, this is a hand and body lotion.
But see how...
Oh my gosh. First of all, I just got goosebumps at how smooth it is and the smell. Listen, if this is what a Moroccan smells like, I'll spend the night with them. Nummy. Okay, and so now, what about things like cards? Do you have like gift cards and?
Actually, so we do have gift certificates available too, which is great to know for, any occasion, but with Christmas coming up, I finally found a line of great joke cards, so we will finally be getting some in. Because the ones I found before, they were actually too over the top.
They weren't
not
classy.
funny. No, now we found some really, really good ones. So those will be coming in on time for the Christmas holidays.
Are you doing any more fashion shows between now and Christmas?
We're not going to do one for Christmas, but Valentine's Day, actually, February 1st, we have one already planned. So
here's a great idea for a couple. Like, go into the store, shop around, get some ideas of what your wife or your partner likes, or your husband, whatever, and then maybe make it a little stocking stuffer.
Exactly.
You could probably even actually help someone put together a stocking.
Oh,
right?
we do all the time.
Do you?
All the time. I have lots of baskets that we put together for Christmas holidays. We set up we have the big units, are called H units, and that's where everything hangs. And I take one entire
You can go to Amore for your pleasure and look at her big units.
Ta-da! Especially when I wear this shirt. Lots of sales coming my way. We set up an entire unit for Secret Santa. Gifts for 25 and under. Trust me.
For the workplace, like?
Right? And the things that we put on there's a whole bunch of new gag gifts and great gifts coming in. But even little things like the pretty candles and stuff. They're only $10.
No.
So
that's it, eh?
That's it.
You could get a couple of things for your coworkers.
Yes.
And so, Galen, we know I mentioned the first location, which is Cora Road in Douglas, the old Bank of Montreal parking in the rear. Where is it? I haven't been to your new store yet. I got to get down there.
You haven't.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Where am I going?
We are going to essentially the corner of Trunk and Lake. It is that little strip mall, 149 Trunk Road.
So you just go past the drugstore on the right-hand side?
We're right there.
Or when you come down Lake Street, turn left and you're right there?
We're right there. We're in that little strip mall.
Yeah.
Perfect location. It's smaller. It's the boutique.
Okay.
It's sexy in there.
Yeah.
We went a little bit of a different route, but we still have all the plus-size lingerie in there as well. The lubes, the lotions. The novelty is with West End. That will always stay there, like your bachelorette party supplies, and all that is still with the West End because that's kind of the granddaddy of them all. Like that will always be the bigger
limited space, right? So you're going to have what people.
Yeah.
Now, what if somebody wanted something from the West End store? Could you bring it to the East End store?
Sure
just like
can.
That, eh?
Oh, of course. Yeah,
you would do that.
Very
for
much
someone.
so. Yep, we'll call over, and if you can't make it down there, we'll bring it to either location. We'll order into either location, whatever is easiest for everybody.
All right. So listen, first of all, like I said, knowledgeable staff. Completely friendly environment, such a safe space. No judgment.
Nope.
It's all about health and fun.
It is.
Feeling good about yourself.
How do you not want to?
Just to get a little bit personal here. There was a time when I was really struggling with, we're looking for a call here and how much time is left on the show. Oh, it's time. We have 30 seconds left.
Oh, okay.
There was a time in my life when I was going through a little bit of therapy. And I was struggling with what's called internalized homophobia, which can lead to a lot of really nasty stuff when you've grown up in an environment where you're just being told blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I remember the psychiatrist saying to me, do you see your sexuality as a gift? And I said, no. And he said, do you see it as a curse? And I was like, well, no, I don't think it's a curse, but I wouldn't wish being gay on anybody. He said, we have a lot of work to do. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, if you can't celebrate who you are, what you are, how you feel, what does that say about you as a person? Well, how can you be happy in your life if you're unhappy inside? So let's all go to Amore for your pleasure and learn how to celebrate our sexuality.
Yes.
In a safe and friendly environment. Galen, come back on the show again.
Okay.
We'll promo the fashion show at Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh, that one we do too. Valentine's Day though. At Amore for your pleasure. But now, Christmas, check out her new location, Lake Street and Trunk Road, and also the main branch. At Cora Road in Douglas. We'll be back to say goodbye with Riley on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Don't go anywhere.
When you get good.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim and Riley.
And Galen.
I'm still
And
here.
Galen.
We kept her around to do a draw, but what's the scoop with this business?
We are getting 12
to
to
20?
20 centimeters of snow
It's a major snowstorm
tonight?
tomorrow. Craig
So,
just told us.
He broke the bad news.
Craig. This whole show has been, other than you, Galen, and Stephen Mallinger, and the PUC, other than the guests, this whole show has been bad news.
So one thing has been...
We have more good news, though. There's a draw! Yay! Okay, so this is, have you heard of these guys? Steel Panther Sunset Strip Live.
Ooh.
Sounds like a major party, Galen. It said they hail from Los Angeles, the epicenter for rock and roll, and all its debauchery and glamour.
Wow.
Steel Panther has established themselves as the world's premier party band, melding hard rock virtuosity with parody and criminally good looks.
And when's that?
When is it? That's a good question. 2 tickets to see them concert, 8 o'clock, December the 1st. At the Dreammakers Theater in Kuwaitan Casino. So there was a contest. We got 30 seconds. Galen, pull out a name and let's announce the winner of the contest for 2 tickets to see Steel Panther at the Sunset Strip Live at Kuwaitan.
Joseph Wilson.
Joseph Wilson, congratulations.
Joseph.
You've won 2 tickets to go and see Steel Panther Sunset Strip Live at Kuwaitan Casino on December the 1st. We'll be in touch. Meanwhile, we'll be back tomorrow for Friday
Friday!
on Mornings with Luann and Tim and Riley. See you then.